right, everybody, let's get this show on the road. Here we go. In the figure below, find the value of t and the measure of angle MRF. I'm going to get this set up, so you're going to want to pause the video, do this, then unpause, and we'll get working on it together, okay? Let's go ahead and pause that in 3, 2, 1, pause. Right, let's cut it out. Yes? What?
Well, no. So I've done everything. I've done like the
Uh-huh.
9.5. Then is that the answer?
So there's two answers, right? Because I want the value of t and the measure of FRM.
I don't know how to find the measure of.
Well, how did you get 9.5?
So I did the t plus 90 equals 128.
Wait, how'd you get 128?
Because 180 is the angle, and then I did minus 52.
128 is that angle.
Oh.
You got the angle first.
Okay,
Yeah. It's the ones where they're both variables that you have to do the angle after. That's the tricky one. Alrighty, guys, let's do it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Okay. I have counted down. Okay, let's see here. That's going to be Gavin L. What's the first thing that you can think to do with a problem like this? Yeah, since I know that this angle is 52, how can I find out what this angle is over here? Beautiful. Since these make a line, a straight angle, which is a line with 180 degrees, we know that they've got 180 degrees total, which means if I do 180 degrees for the total line, and I'm going to take away the 52 degrees, that's this part of it, that's just this part of it, that's going to be 180 minus 52, and I get 128. So I'll tell you right now, guys, on your self-assessment today and on your skill check, you're likely to see a problem like this and have it say T equals measure of angle MRF equals. And the order in which I gave those guys, kind of a trick, because we actually find this first. 128 degrees is the measure of that angle. Very good. Which means I know that what I can do here is this. Jones, what can I do to find out what T is now that I know that the angle of MRF is has a measure of 128 degrees? Beautiful. Right. Let's see, that's 38, I think? Yeah. And you get T equals 9.5. How many of us are able to get T equals 9.5 and the measure of angle MRF is 128 degrees, or see how we did that and aren't too alarmed? Well, guys, you're going to get about a 2.7 if that's the only thing you can do. Because the level 1 stuff is like, you guys are going to be blown away by how easy the level 1 stuff is. Level 2, honestly, if you can do this, you can do level 2. Because level 2 is just, what's that angle? Forget the variables. Level 3 is let's bring the variables in. And level 4 is, again, I'm going to ask you to draw me a picture of 3 angles, where angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent and complementary, and angle 3 and angle 4, or sorry, angle 2 and angle 3 are adjacent and supplementary. It's more of like a conceptual thing. Do you understand what this means about the angles? Let's get to it, guys. It's the 114th day of school. Did you guys know that 114 is the smallest whole number that has not yet been represented as a sum of 3 cubes, but we're pretty sure that it can be? Like, for example, 99. I can write 99 as 2 to the third plus negative 5 to the third plus 6 to the third. That's a sum of 3 cubes that makes up 99. 114, we're pretty sure has one. No one's proved that we don't, but we don't know what it is yet. How many of us are like, I know what I'm doing tonight? There you go. Oh, yeah, probably not. That's okay. And then, hey, those of you who are here in class already know it's Scouse Appreciation Day, which is the particular variety of English that they speak in Liverpool in England, and it is very fun to listen to. Let's see here. What is our essential question? And I would love to get that from The cards love table G, but there's no one at G2 at the moment. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Let's get that. Denise, what is our first essential question today? How can we prepare for the angles skill check tomorrow? Tomorrow is Wednesday. By the way, Jeopardy diseases. The alliterative common this is actually a single, not actually a single virus, but rather a huge group of unknowable rhinoviruses. It's not COVID. COVID is a specific virus. So, can anyone explain what alliterative means? What does it mean for something to be alliterative? Do you know, Preston?
I think it's like it has multiple types of things like.
I'll tell you right now, foot fungus is alliterative.
Ew.
It is.
Like it's not an officially named.
I'll get so. How about this? I'll give you some phrases that are alliterative. Foot fungus. Crazy cats. Dunkin' Donuts. Those are alliterative.
What is that supposed to mean?
Ooh, I'm so glad we're talking. Guys, a phrase is alliterative if it has the same sound in the beginning of two words. So it's not common COVID, it's common cold. Cold. Common cold. Common cold. And then horror movie / game / books. That is indeed Frankenstein. Yay! Okay. Okay. That's true, but I just needed to get you to say Frankenstein because that's the name of the book and the movie. Anyway, underneath all this, got a pencil?
Absolutely.
Today is our Angles Skill Check Review. Angles Skill Check Review. So let's talk levels. Level 1 is pretty simple. I'm going to show you an angle, and you're just going to tell me if it is acute, right, obtuse, or straight. So, for example, and put your pencils down. I'm never going to make you write this.
I'm ready. Acute.
Is that acute, right, obtuse, or straight? Everyone, that is? That is acute. How about that one? That is straight. Obtuse. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not going to be like a weird jerk. Yeah. I'm not going to make it like, ooh, it was just barely obtuse. 90.2 degrees, you lose, right? No, I'm going to make it very clear. How many of us feel like those level 1s are lambs for the slaughter? We're going to get those points easy peasy. Love it. Okay. Level 2. Can I get you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Level 2. Level 2 is where I'm going to give you pictures of angles, and I'm going to give them to you with supplementary, complementary angles. I'm going to give you some. I'm not going to give you others. So, for example, I do. Sorry, got a pencil? I should have said that. Thank you for reminding me. So we're going to say that that is absolutely a right angle. That is definitely a right angle. Okay? Yep, the little square means it's right. There's no question about it. Now, I'm going to tell you that the measure of angle ICE is equal to 70.6 degrees. And my question is, what is the measure of angle ICN? So if I know that this is 70.6 degrees, what is the measure of this angle? Talk it out and teach.
Okay, so you're gonna do. Oh, that's easy.
Huh?
180 minus
So, tell me, how many degrees are in a right angle?
90.
That's where it is. That's how you do it.
So lice. Lice.
Okay. Can I get you back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? I got you guys. Lydia, how many degrees are in a right angle? Always 90, okay? So if I know this has 70.6 of those degrees, how can I find out how much the other one has? Yeah, we're just going to take it away from 90. So we're going to do 90 minus 70.6, was it? Which is 19.4 degrees. How many of us feel like we've got a pretty good handle on that? Great. The other thing that we actually haven't talked about in a minute, and I want to make sure we bring up, is when we have two intersecting lines like this, and it creates four angles. Please do. This is all still part of Got a Pencil. This guy right here, we're going to say is 106.4 degrees. I want to know, what is the measure of every other angle? Give it a shot and teach. 106.4. I'll make it bigger. Beautiful. That's exactly right, Andre. How's that coming, Nancy? How's that coming? Cool. Make sure we're following along, taking these notes with us, okay? I want to see those intersecting lines. Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Hello.
So on this one, is that 73.6 or is it 73?
I think it's 73.6. That sounds right to me. Yeah. And now we just got to find those other two blanks and we'll be done. Okay. Can I get you back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? It's Bob Ross. It's Bob Ross. It's Bob Ross. It's Bob Ross. Bob Ross is the accent card. So hang on, I got to get my Bob Ross ready. Maddie. So, Maddie, we're sitting here. We've got these angles right here. I'm just wondering, we've got this happy little angle over here, 106.4 degrees. Maddie, I'm wondering, how can we use this happy little angle here to find all the happy other little angles? So sorry. You know, I know we all make mistakes, happy little trees and all that. But go ahead. Talk to me, Maddie. If I know that this angle here is 106.4 degrees, how can I find the measure of another one of these angles? So we've got ourselves a straight angle right here. And I'll tell you right now, you just go ahead and mix a little bit of blue, and you're going to make it just a pretty little waterfall here. You're just going to make it a pretty little waterfall. And what we're going to find out is that in a straight angle, there's 180 degrees. So we're going to do our 180, and then we're going to subtract off this 106.4. It's being very helpful to us today. That's 73.6 degrees. How many of us were able to get 73.6 degrees for the measure of that angle right there? That's very good. I think you guys are doing fantastic, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and draw just a happy little bird here. Just a happy little bird. Little cardinal. There we go. Okay, there we have it. Okay, very good. You're singing a little song. It's just having a nice little Sunday afternoon. Okay. Uh, Henrik, you have something you wanted to say. A bird's just one. All right. Can I get you guys in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Let's see if we can get a little bit of help here. Now, these other angles are just going to start coming right off there. So let's see if we can't get a little bit of help here. Tessa, what's going to be the measure of these other angles, and how do we know? Right here? Absolutely. Absolutely. So you've got this pretty little mountain down here. See that? Little red rock here. Maybe some trees. Be a couple of trees. Nope, nope. We're not going to make that red. That's okay. You know how it is. You just get started, and then whatever comes out, it's just fine. There we go. Some happy little trees right there on our mountain there. And it is a perfect copy of this angle here, which is 106.4 degrees. How many of us were able to get that at 106.4 degrees? And then over here, that'll be the same, just like Tessa said, 73.6 degrees. How many of us are able to get that going okay? You guys are doing so well. Do you want to know what? I think you guys absolutely need just like, let's see here. You know what? You know what you guys need? You guys just need a little berry bush. Little berry bush over here. Little berry bush right there. Looks good. There we go. What do you guys think? Is that going to work out? Okay, looks good. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, can I get you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? So, we've had a chance to talk about level 1s, 2s. Let's talk about 3s. To get a level 3, it's going to be a lot like your warm up, where you have the angles you're looking for as well as some variables. But I'm going to show you the worst that the level 3 is going to get. So, we're going to go ahead and draw. Imagine it's just like a nice tall tree standing tall in the forest there. It's going to go ahead and make a right angle with a path. See that? There you go. I've got 5 minutes of Bob Ross. Thank you so much. It's a 5-minute program, so there we go. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead, seeing as this is a happy little tree here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this guy here, right there, color that in, and we're going to name it, whoops, happy little accidents down here. We're going to do Happy. 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 You can't have it repeated. What's that? Oh, that's too many E's, I'm afraid, but that'll work. I guess I could do TREA, which would be fun, but anyway. Okay, can I get you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? I'm going to show you just as bad as this gets. Here we go. Let's go ahead and say that this angle right here is 3m minus 7 degrees. And this angle over here is 2m plus 10 degrees. You might be wondering, how am I supposed to figure this out? The truth is, guys, we only really know one thing about this situation. Let's see here. Aubrey, what is the one thing that we know about this situation? These two have to add up to 90, so we're going to do 2m plus 10 plus 3m minus 7. In the interest of time, let me take care of this. That's going to be equal to 90. Why 90? Because together, it makes a right angle right there. Thank you so much, Aubrey. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to start combining our like terms. Hang on, let me just get a little bit of purple. So we're going to go ahead and combine 2m and 3m. Of course, if you had 2 monkeys hanging out in a tree and you got 3 more monkeys, there'd be 5 monkeys hanging out in the tree. Just make sure they're not jumping on the bed. Then you got a plus 10 over here and a minus 7. If I've got 10 monkeys and then 7 disappear, I suppose we'd have to go looking for them. But in the meantime, we got 3 of them right here. And that's going to be equal to 90. Now that's a 2-step equation, which we all got pretty good at solving long ago. So we're going to go ahead and subtract 3, 5m. Oh, hang on, I got to get that going there. That's going to be equal to 87. Finally, we're going to divide both sides by 5. There we go. So we're going to do our 87 divided by 5, and that's 17.4. Now, come on up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, because I'll tell you right now that this is worth part of the problem. The rest of it's going to come from finding the measure of angle APH and the measure of angle APY. So when I say teach, I want you guys to say, okay, and I want you guys to talk to each other. How can we use this to find out these? Talk to each other, and here we go. Teach. You got it. Okay, sounds good to me. Yes, Max. Indeed. What can I do for you?
So
Hey,
now,
just Bob
so
Ross is fine.
now that we found
Mm-hmm.
17.4, that's combined for both of them. So
That
does
is
that mean
all the
that?
M's.
So I'm confused about how I can find angles for both
Well, see how this one says 3m minus 7? What did we just figure out m is?
17.4.
What's 3 times 17.4? Take 7 away from that, and you're in business. All right. Can I get you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Hey, I really appreciate the way you guys were talking to each other about that. You know, I think honestly what we need more than anything, we just need a little stream. We just need a little stream. Little stream for the bird and the berries to grow, living their life out there. Just a little stream, just a little stream. There we go. Okay, so can I get you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Mr. Bob Ross was my father. You can just call me Bob Ross. So here we go. We're going to go ahead, and what we are going to wind up having to do is, now that we know that m is equal to 17.4, excuse me, I'm trying to get this calculator to cooperate there. Just a nice little calculator there. Now that we know, I'll wait. Now that we know that m equals 17.4, I'm going to go ahead and just replace my m from one of these with 17.4. That says 3m minus 7. Well, 3 times 17.4 is 52.2, and if I take 7 away from that, I get 45.2, which means that the measure of angle APY was 45.2 degrees. Now, just like Aubrey said, these two angles have to add up to what? Everybody, they have to add up to 90. So we can go ahead and just run over here, and we're going to say, what is 90 minus 45.2, which means the rest of the angle must be 44.8 degrees. How many of us were able to get that or see how I got that and aren't too concerned? Perfect. Now your level 4, guys, if you're paying attention here, this might help you out with your level 4, because your level 4 is about drawing a one picture that has 3 angles, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3. Angle 1 and angle 2 have to be complementary. Angle 2 and angle 3 have to be supplementary. So remember, complementary angles add up to what? And supplementary angles add up to what? So imagine trying to turn these into one picture where angle 1 and angle 2 are complementary and angle 2 and angle 3 are complementary. How many of us feel like we've got some, or supplementary? How many of us feel like we've got some ideas? Perfect. You guys are doing great. Hey, when I say teach, I want you to say, okay, open up your Chromebook and work on 11.6. That is the self-assessment that represents our skill check tomorrow. Give that a try and give that another shot, and here we go. Happy